Six-way debate. Meenakshi Lekhi of the BJP on one side, Shabnam Lone, advocate of the Supreme Court, on the other. Sohail Seth of Councilage. He is joining us from Illinois in the United States on a Skype link. Well-known commentator. On one side, Abhay Rustom Sapori, Santur maestro and composer from Delhi. He is part of the Zubin Mehta concert. And he as his father, Pandit Bhajan Sapori, will perform with Zubin Mehta. So I'm happy to have you, Abhay. Nizamuddin Bhatt, leader of the PDP, and Farrukh Renzu Shah, writer and novelist, who has very conservative views on what's going on. So let me first begin by asking you, Farrukh Renzu Shah, good evening and thank you for making your first appearance on the News Hour tonight. My question to you is...
Thank you, Mr. Arnab.
Thank you, sir. My question to you is that you say this is not a time to host a concert. You are against the concert. Now, why don't people like you come out and speak? Why don't people... Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are. The question is to me.
Yeah, the question...
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, the question is to you, very much to you, Farrukh ji. My question to you is... My question to you is that the same people who don't want the concert go and meet Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan. It's all right to meet Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan, but it's not all right for Zubin Mehta to play music in Srinagar. What kind of absolute hypocrisy is this?
See, I have seen the title of your debate is itself something contradictory. What the visuals even you have shown. The point is that when you talk of Kashmir, Kashmir has its own tradition. Kashmir is we are Kashmir. Kashmir is the seat of literary personalities. Kashmir is the seat of musicians. Kashmir has given the best music to the world.
Yeah.
Sheikhul Alam. See, even word can't compete to Sheikhul Alam. The point is giving a ban to everything and sometimes just telling some forcible type of things should not be dubbed as the view of the majority of the people. I am the writer. As a writer, I respect all the literary icons of the world. I respect all the musicians, all the world. But you see, sometimes you have to say that you are doing it in Kashmir. And in Kashmir, you need to convince the majority of the people. You have to tell them, you be along. When you are sometimes failing in just convincing the people, that you mishandle everything. You mishandle music, you mishandle literature, you mishandle all the things.
So which side are you on this debate, sir? Which side are you on? Are you for or against the concert? No, you didn't answer my question. My question to you is different. One second, Farrukh sir.
One second.
Farrukh sir, answer my question.
I tell you.
Did you?
I want to just...
No, 1 second. Farrukh sir.
I am...
Okay, complete.
I am for...
Complete your point. Complete your point. Then I'll come.
I am for all the icons, but when they should be coming, involve all the majority of the people along.
What do you mean?
Don't keep, if somebody is giving you the advice, and if this advice should not be every time politicalized.
No, what advice? What advice is this? Let's get Sohail in to open up this debate from Illinois in the United States. Sohail, you know, we have this strange situation today where these pro-Pakistan separatists always need some issue to whip up a frenzy on, and they are right now whipping up a frenzy on Zubin Mehta's concert. Your response to Farrukh Renzu Shah, who made his opening comments from Srinagar?
I think it is ridiculous for Farrukh Shah to say that there must be a plan and there must be approval, and it is his Kashmir. It is India's Kashmir. It is India's Jammu and Kashmir. It is as much my Kashmir as it is yours. A. B. Zubin Mehta is an international Indian. He's a global icon of Indian origin. That concert, Farrukh Saab should realize, will do three things. Number one, it will focus the valley in a positive touristy light which the valley needs. Number two, it will tell people across the world of the beauty that Kashmir possesses and will continue to possess. Number three, why should my Kashmiri brothers and sisters who want an international artist of his capability, of his caliber, be deprived? Just because of petty politics of some separatists?
No, good point. Who
the hell are these separatists? They can go to bed with the devil, and yet they teach the scriptures to you and me, Farrukh Saab. You are a liberal, you're a creative man, and as Arnab rightly said, this is the time for India to be united on the lines of creativity, not be separated on the lines of divisiveness. which is what the separatists want Kashmir to be. They want Kashmir not to be part of the world. Today, in a globalized world, you can't detach yourself from an increasingly unifying world.
You know, the way, thanks for your opening remarks. Let's get a third voice, Shabnam Lone. Shabnam Lone, you need these pro-Pakistan separatists who meet Hafiz Saeed and, you know, say that instead spend the money on helping education, healthcare and economy of the Kashmiri people instead of spending money on this event. What are they scared of? Are they scared that if this event passes off peacefully and successfully, if it is broadcast around the entire world, then this cottage industry of fomenting trouble and keeping the dispute alive that these separatists are paid for by Pakistan loses its sheen? You don't want a sense of normalcy, not you. These pro-Pakistan separatists don't want a sense of normalcy. Because the moment there is normalcy, they will not be relevant. They lose their relevance.
Well, Anand, the reception is very bad. As I have heard your sketched question, I think you phrased it very unfairly, not expected of an anchor of your talent and intelligence, Arnab. This is a prejudiced question. The question we are dealing with at present is Zubin Mehta's concert. As a Kashmiri, I say that he is the ultimate icon of Western classical jazz. We respect his talent. It is not the Hurriyat's response that his talent has been called into question. Now, the mellifluous and the sonorous strands of Mr. Zubin Mehta's opera in this famed Nishat Garden or Shalimar Garden would have been a perfect complement to the immense beauty of those Zabarwan mountains. And nestled quietly in a waiting and watching Dal. Dal is silent, Dal is pensive, so is everyone in Kashmir. I think it is His Excellency, the German ambassador, who needs to understand, as well as Mr. Zubin Mehta, that a conductor of his immense talent, who builds bridges, who breaks barriers by his immense talent, how did he land in Kashmir in a polarized valley? Why and how did
what
it
polarized?
I think
no, what polarized? What, no, one sec.
I think
Shabnam Lone, why don't you ask yourself about the ethics of the whole situation, right? You know, please understand. Please be completely objective about this. No, please be. You know, the problem is that everybody knows that these pro-Pakistan separatists, you know, who take their instructions from people like Hafiz Saeed and Syed Salahuddin, and they take money from the ISI, and they are paid agents of the ISI, the Pakistani army, Hafiz Saeed and Syed Salahuddin, and they take money from these people, and they have been caught in all kinds of hawala rackets in the past. These people are talking about peace and normalcy in Kashmir. They are agents of Pakistan. Everybody, they are agents of Pakistan. And that's why the Pakistani, their bosses in Pakistan have told them, stop the concert. Because if the concert goes on, Meenakshi Lekhi, let me get your views to Shabnam Lone. Let's get a first counter. Because
fair enough for you. Fair enough.
Did they not meet Hafiz Saeed? Did they not meet Hafiz Saeed?
No.
Did they not meet the ISI?
Did the government of India, did the government of India not allow the separatists to meet the foreign minister of Pakistan
I am asking about Hafiz Saeed.
In Delhi.
I am asking about Hafiz Saeed.
In Delhi, in the Pakistan.
I am asking about Hafiz Saeed.
I have a question.
I am asking about Hafiz Saeed. You go on an Indian passport to Pakistan and you meet Hafiz Saeed, and then you want to lecture us about having a concert or not having a concert in Jammu and Kashmir?
I'm not lecturing you. I'm not lecturing you, Arnab. I'm not lecturing. Go ahead, have that concert. Who cares? We don't bother.
Well, I mean, you know, the point is, I don't know. There is a strong view. There is a strong view, Shabnam Lone. Let me get Meenakshi Lekhi in. That is in the interest. It is in the interest of these separatists that there is never any peace in Kashmir. These pro-Pakistan separatists have kept Kashmir on the boil in keeping with the agenda of their Pakistani masters. And why should we not suspect that the same Pakistani masters have asked for trouble to be created over Zubin Mehta's concert?
Have not kept Kashmir on the boil.
Well, of course they have.
The complexity of history and very extremely bad governance.
So why are you so insecure about Zubin Mehta's concert? Meenakshi Lekhi's response. Meenakshi Lekhi responding to Shabnam Lone.
You know, the politicians who have been playing their polity in Jammu and Kashmir are responsible for the state of affairs that Jammu and Kashmir is in today. And today we need to ask this question from NC, because NC is the one who's running the government. And what is the state government's response to the separatists? Are they going to separate the separatists, or they are going to be partnering with them? And what is the state government's agenda? That needs to be question number one. Number two, Junoon, that's a Pakistani group. It performed in 2008 in the valley, and Sher Kashmir, at that center it performed. There was no issue because it happened to be a Pakistani concert group. And today, when Zubin Mehta is performing in the state, it becomes a question. And for the issue that today, if anything goes right, then the message is going across the world that it is peaceful. 2003, 2007, 2011, Jammu and Kashmir government has spent crores of rupees traveling to Europe and trying to say that everything is peaceful. Please remove your cautious itinerary which they have given to their tourists, that they should not be visiting Jammu and Kashmir, and they have been doing that job. The Minister of Tourism today is in Italy from Jammu and Kashmir trying to promote tourism. Now, if a concert of this nature goes on or is allowed to go on, people of Kashmir are the ones who are going to benefit, because you are sending a message that we need tourism as you are propagating. You are trying to sell the state as you should. And the money generated from the concert is going to only help the state government, and the marketing also, which it will indulge in, is going to help the state government. Now, if the foolhardiness of some joints cannot understand that, I think it's time we try and we start exposing. And Ms. Lone is showing her duplicitous stand, because on one side she's claiming all the good words for Mr. Zubin Mehta. A person like me would probably say, oh yes, he's a renowned jazz artist, but it's fine. I mean, somebody wants to perform, those who wish to listen to must go, those who cannot need not. And on the other side, after eulogizing him, she says, oh, everything is good, but not Kashmir. I don't understand these politicians who practice politics in this form.
So, Sohail, you're getting infuriated. He's saying it's not jazz. Yes, it's not jazz. It's Western classical music. But that's not the issue. Whether it's jazz or Western classical music or reggae or whatever, the point is this initiative showcases Kashmir. This initiative will give the economy of Kashmir a boost in the long run.
No, not at all.
One second.
No, I don't agree with you. It does not showcase Kashmir.
Remember, I told you three things.
How does it
will showcase
Kashmir?
It will showcase tourism in Kashmir. It will showcase India. Remember, Adnani did a lot for the Taj when he played the piano outside the Taj Mahal many years ago. My point up to you and to you, to every Indian is, who is the moral police in this country?
Exactly. Exactly. And who are these moral police? Who are these self-proclaimed?
Zubin Mehta, they are having a problem.
No, who are these? Sohail, I'm having a little audio glitch with you, but I want to put that question to Nizamuddin Bhatt. Nizamuddin Bhatt, why are you against this one particular concert? Did you, Mr. Nizamuddin Bhatt, let me ask you, did you speak out against these separatists? Okay, you're saying I'm putting words in your mouth. What's your position then?
Words in my mouth.
Yeah, what's your position then?
I have said nothing. I have said nothing on this channel before you put a question.
So my question to you is, are you for or against the concert?
Try to understand our viewpoint. PDP has clarity in its thinking and approach. Meenakshi was very right when she raised a question, a point that what is the take of the government on this? Where are Congress people? Where are NC people? Nobody is sharing the stage with us on your channel and say their viewpoint. We would confront them and they would say, because it is the government ultimately which has taken a decision. They are the participants to whole issue. And And if there are voices of dissent against holding a concert, it was for the government to say what are their views and what are they going to do.
Don't hide behind that. What is your view? Don't hide behind the... I am saying today that Omar Abdullah's government should give their position. What is your view? Don't hide behind their view. Yeah.
You see, we are not... Let me clear my point. Our idea whole idea about is that we are not against fusion of the music. We understand what a concert means and what impact it could have on culture or interaction or our economy. But the point is that any good decision, if taken at a bad time, will definitely have adverse results. That's what you are going to do.
No, what is the bad time?
Nobody is against the concept of the concert or
what exactly? Nizamuddin Bhatt, let me ask you.
What happened in Gool?
Mr. Bhatt?
What is happening in Shupea?
Mr. Bhatt, what are you saying? Mr. Bhatt, what exactly may I ask you?
It is very easy for you.
No, it's not. I'm asking you, what exactly do you think, Mr. Bhatt, is the right time to be welcoming artists? Tourism in the Kashmir Valley has to be encouraged despite terrorism. Why should this concert be any different? Despite the tension in the valley post the hanging of Afzal Guru, the tourist inflow did not dry up, though there was a dip in the figures. Why are you encouraging the creation of an atmosphere of fear? And you know who these people are. These are the people, these same Gilani. What's it? This same Gilani. This same Gilani is a person. This same Gilani is a person who says, I have a 3-point target.
Don't bring many issues in this.
No, I'm bringing a straightforward issue which you are not taking up.
We are talking about concert, its timing, its impact.
Yes.
You are bringing Gilani and many others, Pakistan.
I am telling you, you can be...
What's happening in borders?
No, what's happening?
Do you understand the pain of those displaced
Mr. Bhatt.
What happened in Gool? Do you understand their pain?
Mr. Bhatt.
What is happening in Kishtwar?
Mr. Bhatt.
Do you understand?
Mr. Bhatt.
What is happening to us in
Mr. Bhatt.
Other places?
Mr. Bhatt, you are going to let Mr. Gilani be the censor for the state of Jammu and Kashmir? There's a question from Meenakshi Lekhi. Go ahead. Meenakshi Lekhi is putting a question to you. Go ahead. I give the turn to Meenakshi Lekhi.
Mr. Bhatt, my question to you is, enough of talk about displaced people. If Zubin Mehta, a performer of world-class standards, the Kashmir is not safe and you cannot assure safety to him, what kind of safety are you going to assure to Kashmiri Pandits who have been displaced by constant acts of separatists? Now, Kashmiri Pandits who have been dislodged and distressed, and you don't give them minority status. They are your brothers and you don't give them minority status in the state. That is what your government is all about. And you don't, and people like you should raise those questions. Why have you not raised that question? Why are Kashmiri Pandits not given the status of minority community in the state of Jammu and Kashmir? And which government is responsible? Is it the central government? I think it's Jammu and Kashmir government. Whether it's the PDP or it's PNC. I have this question from them.
Our shared
mutual forget the culture. I don't think people of this temperament are free to discuss culture. If you want to discuss culture, I have a very simple question. If Junoon could be permitted, why can't Zubin Mehta be permitted? Answer me on that. And if you are so concerned about displaced people, tell me why minority status has not been given to Kashmiri Pandits. Answer me on that. And what have you done?
No, you are being asked a direct question. No, Mr. Bhatt. Mr. Bhatt, 1 minute. Mr. Bhatt, 1 minute. Please listen to me.
Why are you pinpointing at PDP who say?
No, Mr. Bhatt. Mr. Bhatt, it's a very straightforward question. Meenakshi Lekhi has asked you tonight. Mr. Bhatt, why are you getting worked up? It's a straightforward question.
And PDP should run the movement if the state government is wrong. Why is PDP quiet?
No, question is very simple.
Why are liberals like you quiet?
You are not quiet. I am speaking.
Of course you are quiet. You are avoiding, Mr. Bhatt, the basic question. And let's get others in. You see, the fact is, Mr. Bhatt, that this incident comes in the backdrop of the hounding of an all-girl band in Kashmir and the huge row over reopening of cinema halls in the valley. This is part of a larger forced cultural radicalization of the valley. And I am asking you, Oh no, all the good Kashmiris on the program. Do you not realize today the agenda of Pakistan? To try and force this agenda? Do you not know what Syed Ali Shah Gilani said? Syed Ali Shah Gilani said that the creed of, he said, let me speak. He said the creed of socialism and secularism should not touch our lives. And I have a 3-point target. The first is to impose the Islamic Nizam in Kashmir or Islamic jurisprudence in Kashmir. Sir, Jammu and Kashmir is a secular state of a secular nation. Music is a right of every Kashmiri. You have no right to deny that right to the average Kashmiri and claim to be speaking on their behalf. You have no right to do that. Sir, your state is getting radicalized by these people. You should take on these people like Gilani. But you won't do that.
Will you listen to my
You're always going to kowtow to people like Gilani. That's the problem. You will not take a position vis-a-vis them, then you'll ask why Omar Abdullah is not taking a position.
Arnab, I have an answer to your question. I have an answer to your question. See, don't you agree that Kashmir is a place where you had and you have decent voices? Why are you perturbed on a decent voice?
I am saying Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir is a secular state.
Which has given good government.
Jammu and Kashmir is a secular state. Jammu and Kashmir is a part of India. Jammu and Kashmir is a secular state.
With our own people. And you are the people who don't give us an argument to sell.
Please don't say you are the people.
We are sacrificing.
What do you mean you are the people?
I am just
one question again.
System. And you are denying us that right.
You are so insecure about music. Let's get Abhay Rustum Sapori. 1 second. I'm amazed.
Persuade European countries to lift their negative advisory. How will you do that if you don't allow people to perform? And I don't think it's the democratic forces in any case which are running the state. It is constantly
I'm sure you have read a page from Peace Moves of Ms. Vajpayee. You would understand what is Kashmir and what PDP has been doing. I am sorry to say, go through that page.
I think from Vajpayee I have moved on to 2013. I
give
things have only
Sohail, I'm going to come back to you.
Worse by the day.
No, 1 second.
You have to answer me what is happening
Sohail, I want to come back to you, but Meenakshi, 1 minute. Meenakshi, let's not have a two-way conversation. Abhay Rustum Sapori is a santoor maestro and composer. Abhay Rustum Sapori is a santoor maestro and composer. He's part of the Zubin Mehta concert. He and his father, Pandit Bhajan Sapori, will be performing with Zubin Mehta. And I'd like to underline here that Kashmir has the longest cherished history of music, dance and arts, and some narrow section wants to try and rewrite Kashmir's cultural heritage. Abhay Rustum Sapori, your views on this, this attempt by the separatists, the pro-Pakistan separatists, to block the concert?
Arnab, first of all, thanks for inviting me here. See, right now it's very important for everybody to know that our focus should be on culture, on the music, and let's not divert onto the political sides. Kashmir has had enough of politics day in and night, and right now it's very important. With open hands we welcome the maestro, Mr. Zubin Mehta, who is coming here, performing. He has given his consent, and what a wonderful opportunity to showcase the Kashmir. When we talk about my Kashmir, your Kashmir, our Kashmir, first of all, it's very important that at international level we project the positive side of Kashmir. We have been screaming that Kashmir is the paradise of earth and Jannat-e-Benazir and everything, but what to the tourism? I mean, if we talk about good quality things for Kashmir, this is the time when we should, be in line with this entire concept and work. See, as far as I know, with all my interactions with His Excellency the Ambassador, with the Maestro, Mr. Zubin Mehta, there's not even 0.01% of political agenda in this concert. And I can assure, my father and I wouldn't have been into this concert if there was even 1% of political thing involved in it. It's a pure cultural program, basically for Kashmir. And let me highlight this, you know, how the youth really benefits. The international musicians, look at the caliber of the musicians who are coming. I mean, the #1 orchestra, the Bavarian State Orchestra coming to Srinagar. What an honor for the state that we would be welcoming this orchestra together with the maestro as the conductor. And when they reach out there, they meet the young children, they meet the young students who get basically they get motivated to move on to the positive side, to move on to more activities in which they can really help. They can go abroad, they can learn a lot, they can come back, they can come as musicians. I think we really need to focus on culture right now.
No, but they've lost that focus. You see, the separatists are wanting to politicize everything. Sohail, I'm going to come back to you after Farooq Saab. Okay, you want to say something, Sohail? Would you just wait?
I just want to say one thing to Farooq Saab, to PDP, to NC, to BJP, to everyone. Do politics within a certain bandwidth. But for God's sake, India has more to offer than just political muddling and political meddling and political one-upmanship. People must be allowed to soak in culture. We can't build a country on division, on anger, on problems. We must have a respite from all this nonsense. And no one seems to be willing. You know, the average person in Kashmir has been harangued. He can't go out of his house. He can't watch opera. He can't see culture. For God's sake, for your petty political standing, do not deprive him.
Farooq Renzo Shah, you want to respond to that? You know, the fact is, there must be a great deal of insecurity. You don't allow cinema halls? No, Farooq Shah, one second.
Yeah.
You don't allow cinema halls?
Yeah.
You don't allow girls to play music? You don't allow concerts. I want to ask all those pro-Pakistan separatists, all the pro-Pakistan separatists, all the pro-Pakistan separatists.
A person of your caliber is really sometimes misrepresenting the real sentiments of people of Kashmir. You see, you know the Kashmir, you are watching the Kashmir. I am not any politician, I am a writer, I am a free mind, and naturally I am the humanist. As a humanist, I am a revolutionary of love. I would like even Mr. Modi to join revolution of love. I would like Mr. Gilani Saab also to join revolution of love.
In this revolution of love, in this revolution of love, Farooq Renzo Shah. Farooq Renzo Shah, the Grand Mufti.
I want to tell.
No, 1 sec.
Why in Kashmir, when lot of things have happened during last 2.5 decades, why you are not projecting such things which are really applicable to all the minds of the people? Bring
what are you talking
Gandhi. A great Gandhi. Why the Gandhi show is not in the Shalimar?
The what?
If there will be a Shalimar, a Gandhi show talking about humanity, nobody will oppose. I am sure who will oppose will feel.
You see, the hypocrisy is striking. The hypocrisy is striking.
Why you are trying?
The hypocrisy is striking, and you are going to force me to say something. No, I'll say something. You see, this man.
If somebody is allowing Zubin Mehta, he is a pro-nationalist. If somebody is not allowing, he is not. When you are dividing,
you want to Farooq Renzo Shah. Now I'll have to ask you a fairly direct question. I'll have to ask a fairly direct question to you, Farooq Renzo Shah. Fairly direct question to you. I remember that Kashmir's Grand Mufti. Allow me to speak. Kashmir's Grand Mufti. Allow me to speak. Listen to me, sir.
Dollar has started 66.
Sir, I'm not talking about the dollar. I'm talking about music. I'm talking about music. Kashmir's Grand Mufti.
Innocent people are being killed.
Sir, allow me 1 minute.
Why to play the music politics?
Why not? Sir, you have such a problem with music.
Why not to talk about the humanity?
You have such a problem with music. I have never...
Wiping the tears from each and everyone.
Oh God.
Whether he's a Hindu or he's a Muslim. Wipe the tears. Why no the wounds. You are not stitching the wounds. You are just making a new music.
So when 1 minute. You see, now you listen to me, okay? I'll speak for 30 seconds. Now listen to me very carefully.
Yeah.
This question goes to all of you.
You have an eye. You have a wizard's eye. But keep it unbiased. Please.
No, I don't. I'm not a wizard, and I don't have a wizard or a lizard's eye. The question is this: the Grand Mufti Bashiruddin, he declared an all-female teenage rock band, Pragash's music un-Islamic. Okay, I remember that. Right? Now what happened?
No,
1 minute. Now allow me to speak. I took 30 seconds. Allow me to speak, please. No, don't.
He said.
Don't.
Those
I know what he did.
Having the guitar
Arey Baba,
in their
why
hand
don't you understand, sir?
Going to street to street. They should not go to street.
Sir, please understand one thing. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. The Grand Mufti Bashiruddin is nobody to decide whether an all-girl band will speak, and not especially when 5 months after that,
Kashmir culture says,
sir, please,
they go for one woman.
Sir, I say, Farooq sir, you have to let me speak.
Come to any
you have to
marriage,
let me speak. You have to let someone else speak, Farooq sir.
Don't project Kashmir is a tribal.
You know something,
who don't
Farooq sir.
These type of
now I'll have to turn the mic off.
Wrong representation of Kashmir. But he said
one.
Can I add
Sohail wants to take you on once. I just want to say one thing, Farooq Renzu Shah, I want to say one thing, if you allow me, please, otherwise I'll lower the volume. Now I'll lower the volume. I want to say this, that I remember that 5 months after he declared the band un-Islamic, Sohail, 5 months after he declared the band un-Islamic, the same man
was watching a dance performance.
The same man was enjoying music inside a houseboat. On your screen, on your screen today, I'm putting out the hypocrisy of these people.
We give them more credit than they deserve. They should be locked up and the keys thrown away because they are an immoral police. They are self-serving hypocrites who are essentially traitors and non-nationalists. This is their being. They become relevant through all the maniacal lunacy.
You are going way beyond the line. Come on, Sohail Seth. What are you talking? Don't use those harsh words. This shows that you really don't know anything about Kashmir.
One second. Why so much insecurity about music? Why so much insecurity about music?
Come on, there is no insecurity.
Why so much insecurity about music?
There is no insecurity about music.
Of course, they have reflected a great insecurity about music.
Kashmir is the ultimate land of the craftsmen. Kashmir is the ultimate land of talented people. There is nobody.
So I'm asking you this. But you have. I'm asking you, Shabnam Lone, if you take my question. Take my question, Shabnam Lone, and I'll get the rebut from Meenakshi Lekhi. These separatists, okay, these pro-Pakistan separatists, the separatists who are on the payrolls of Pakistan, the ISI-backed Hafiz Saeed loving separatists, okay, these anti-national separatists, these people, right, they say the international events, and I'm quoting, international events held in a disputed territory interfere with its status.
I don't know why you're always reminded of Hafiz Saeed.
No. You didn't answer. You didn't answer my question. What do they say? Why are you
always reminded?
1 minute. You see. I'll tell. No, one second.
Why are you always reminded of Hafiz Saeed?
Because I think it is shameful.
Has the power and the might. Kindly go and catch him.
Don't raise your voice, Mr. Lone. Because it is shameful, regrettable, anti-national, cowardly, and ridiculous that a person who goes on a Indian passport to Pakistan should be having talks with a terrorist. Do you think talks with a terrorist are fashionable? Do you think it's fashionable to talk to terrorists? And do you think people who talk to terrorists who have a right to tell me what kind of music I should be listening to? Do you think people who talk with terrorists and killers have a right to tell me what kind of music I should be listeing to? Do you think those same people who...
Can I speak?
No, do you think people who talk to Hafiz Saeed have the moral right to tell me whether I have the right to listen to music?
I think, Mr. Goswami, I think we are all a bunch of hypocrites here.
No, I certainly am not. I don't know. I certainly you wouldn't be speaking for me on that. Because I'm very clear on this. Because I'm very clear on this. These people say...
Why are you in...
These people are saying... No, I'll quote...
hear good things about you. I say you are a hypocrite.
Shabnam Lone...
I say, Arnab...
Shabnam Lone, it's not about me. It's not about me. You know what these people are saying? These people are saying, and I quote, any sort. No, Shabnam Lone, listen to me. Shabnam Lone, I am asking you today. I am asking you today. I am asking you today something.
Why I'm saying?
I'm asking you.
But listen, yes, I'm asking you.
I am asking you. Do you go to cinema halls? Do you go to cinema halls? Do you go to cinema halls?
Come on, Arnab.
Why should the people of your state not have a right to go to cinema halls? Give a yes or no answer. Yes or no answer.
Come on.
Yes or no. What's come on about it? What is come on about it? When you are sitting in Delhi.
You are a hypocrite, Arnab.
I am not a hypocrite, ma'am, but you could be if you don't answer my question directly. Shabnam Lone, I'm asking you directly. I am asking you directly, Shabnam Lone. I will ask you directly once again.
You are a hypocrite.
Shabnam Lone, when I ask you... Shabnam Lone, when I ask you a straight question, you call me a hypocrite. I'm asking you once again. Do you watch a movie when you are in Delhi? Do you go to concerts when you are in Delhi? Do you not listen to music that is played by all girls bands when you are in Delhi? And if that is allowed in Delhi for you, why would you not allow it for the people of your state?
It is a land of blood and tears.
Really?
It is not a land of only beauty, joy, love and longing. This is some romantic version that you people have created.
You didn't answer my question.
Come to the basic issue.
You didn't answer my question.
We are caught between Pakistan and India, wrangling over us.
You know something. You know, you got sensitive.
Come on, we are caught between
Shabnam Lone. I am asking you, why don't you want to listen? You think I'll ask you a tough question? You think I'll ask you a tough question?
I'm not. Oh, come on.
Then you have to listen. Then you have to wait for a while. Because very often many panelists use that strategy. Many panelists use the strategy of not stopping to speak because they are afraid of the question I will ask. So I'll ask you the question. I'll ask you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So here's a question. Here's a question to an advocate of the Supreme Court, someone from Kashmir who believes the Supreme Court of India, who's from Kashmir. I'm asking you,
yes.
Do you go to cinema halls? Do you listen to all-girl bands? And would you go to a concert? And if you would,
yes, I love music.
While you are in Delhi, if you would, then how could you force a different standard for the people of your state?
Listen, when I go to London, when I go to US, I enjoy concerts.
Okay.
I love music.
So these separatists so those who don't have the money to go to London can't enjoy concerts.
And I don't.
So the people of Kashmir who don't have the money to go to London like you, those who can't go to London like you have no right to enjoy music. It's a privilege for an elite. It's a privilege for an elite from Kashmir who can globe-trot.
Now listen to me.
So you would listen to a Zubin Mehta concert in London, but you won't allow the people of Kashmir to listen to one.
I earn my money and I have earned it by dint of ability.
But what is this hypocrisy? Who's a hypocrite now?
And who's a hypocrite now? I pay my taxes regularly. And I'm not a scamster like many of your ministers in the central government. We are not scamsters.
Miss Lone, I think the case is very settled.
And it is by dint of my hard work that I have earned that money. And I know what to do with it.
It's all right.
That's all.
It's all right. Meenakshi.
My question boils down to Miss Lone and Farooq Sahab, Mr. Bhatt. I have very simple question to ask, and I pose a particular statement. Simply said that these people are enjoying music, they love brotherhood, they are peace-loving. Everything is possible but for the local Kashmiris to begin with. Number two, music is good.
Let us speak, Farooq Sahab.
Good. Kashmir is not romantic place. All those things, but the lady will practice in the Supreme Court of India, earn money in Delhi and spend it in London. That is not hypocrisy, but the messenger of love wanted to give lesson in love to everyone who thought he would, but has no lesson to be given either to Grand Mufti or to all-girls band or to people who have changed the culture of Kashmir from Firan and Kasab to hijab and burqa. He has no message for them. The Talibanization who burn the Palladium cinema, they have no message for them.
Scared of them.
What you call separatists, I don't call them separatists, I call them anti-nationals, and that is what they need to be addressed as. Let's not give them the space or place or any honor, because that is not what they deserve.
So why you are making our dress also a part of the politics?
Who politicized it? Who politicized it? I'll tell you what these separatists politicized it.
I would like to answer you.
No, these separatists.
You know, the Firan and Kasab is the original dress of Jammu and Kashmir.
And the Kashmir.
It is not burqa and hijab. And Talibanization is happening, and these messengers of love are keeping quiet on that. So much for love, and so much for liberty, so much for culture.
Okay, I have 1 minute left on the debate.
Of love to everyone in the world.
I'd like to say something.
One sec. Can I go to Mr. Sopori once?
If the reservation...
To Mr. Sopori once. To Mr. Sopori.
5,000 years before the history.
Mr. Farooq, the musician on the panel, Mr. Sopori gets a chance to speak.
Palladium Cinema Hall.
Mr. Sopori.
Yeah, one thing which I want to put on record, and something which everybody should know. Number one, if the reservation is that, you know, anything which is totally Sufi music or totally devotional, that is acceptable in a place like Kashmir. Let me put this very clear to everyone, that classical music, Western classical music, or the choral music, or the orchestration, it's not something which is coming as something new to Kashmir. You know, it has already been experimented and very successfully implemented also by my father even before I was born. You know, so it's something which Kashmiris always loved. They love the music of the world, but the only thing is that we have to allow this, you know, such a function to happen.
Yes,
and we can't be in such kind of a world saying that one set of people don't like this, so it can't happen.
I put this question, who politicized this, before I wrap up. The separatists say any sort of international activity, whether it's political, diplomatic, cultural or sport, will have an adverse effect on the disputed nature of Jammu and Kashmir. They are wrong, A, because Jammu and Kashmir is not a disputed area. It is an integral part of India by the elected representatives of Jammu and Kashmir way back in 1954, when they unanimously ratified the state's accession to India, and which the constitution adopted in 1956. So they should get there, they should look back into their history. The second point is this, my question goes to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Would the people of Jammu and Kashmir fall prey in the hands of those who are running a cottage industry of alienation, fear and support to terrorism? The choice is for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. I'll follow this story, but we want to know where Omar Abdullah stands on it as well. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 2 on the News Hour tonight.